Hey, Cmax here. You ever had the feeling that a video that you were watching of a channel was made basically just for you? Well, I got that from 76 Highboy the other day on a video I was watching. He was talking about basically wet tumbling without a tumbler, the redneck way. So I knew he was talking about me because he knows I live in Georgia. He knows I drive a truck. He knows I say y'all. He knows I love God. He knows I love guns. And he knows I know which bathroom to use. So, because of that, I know he was making that and directing it at me. So I was going to call his bluff and check him out and see if he was really feeding us rednecks the truth. So basically what we're going to do, and I'm going to put a link down to that video so y'all can go check him out and see what I was talking about on that. But I'm going to do my own little test of what he said to do. Basically what we're going to do is take some cases, deprime, that's all. Hadn't been sized. Real junky. If you grab them up, they're going to dirty up your hand. This is range brass I picked up. The only thing I have done is soak it in water just to get the mud, and stuff off of it. But according to Highboy, all you need is a container, hot water, Dawn dishwashing soap, and lemon juice. The bigger, the cheaper, the better. So that's what I went and got. Already had the Dawn soap. Stuff does work great. And a container. The only other thing you need is hot water. He did say that you could just run the tap real hot, but what I thought I would do is just take the coffee filter out and just run water through it because my coffee maker gets it really, really hot. Says it won't hurt the brass. So make sure we don't have any debris in the container here. Okay, it's looking good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of soap. Said we don't need much. So I'm going to put a little dab. That's probably too much. But this is my first go around. So we're going to give that a go. And same thing he said with the lemon juice. It doesn't take much. I am using a larger container than he used. He was using 5 cases in a small container. But that's all I'm going to use. We'll see how this comes out. Because I don't have a wet tumbler. I've been dry tumbling. I'm tired of the mess. But I also found out that the mess is one thing, but it releases contaminants, lead and stuff into the air, and you breathe it. So I can't have that. That's just unacceptable. I can deal with a little bit of mess, but I can't deal with the other. So we've got that. Let me grab the hot water over here, the coffee maker. And we're going to pour that in. All right, we've got that. These are just some 38 357 cases. I just deprimed a little while ago. We're going to stick those in it. Now, I don't know how much extra water you really need over like the level of the cases, but this I'm going to use this and see what goes on. Now he says you don't have to shake it or do anything. Basically, just leave it alone and come back in 24 hours. Okay, we're back. We've let this soak for it. It's been a little over 24 hours. But I did go back and kind of look at the video again, and I think I put too much water in there. So our concentrate of lemon juice and soap is less than ideal. So I may conduct another test here. Let's see how this turns out, though. Basically, what I want to do is compare it to like what I would do with the dry tumbling. So let's see what we got here. The water looks pretty clear. Cases. Well, the cases are clean. Lay a bunch of them out here so you can kind of see. Primer holes aren't shiny. But he said you have to wipe some scum off of it sometimes. But let's get this up here so you can see. They're, I'd have to say they're as clean as they would be if I tumbled them. And usually when I dry tumble them, you know, I'm not deep priming them first. I typically would just throw them in there, do it, and then come back and knock the primer out and then reprime, because I don't really worry about the primer pockets on my pistol rounds. So this method here of just soaking, especially considered I had diluted it so much, I believe came out pretty well. Let's see on this one here. And that one's kind of tarnished. That's a nickel case. Kind of tarnished. But all in all, I mean, those nickels are bright and shiny. Brass seems to be bright and shiny, and you know, if I wipe off some of the residue, it might even shine up a little bit more. But these appear to be every bit as good as the dry tumbling with walnut or the corncob media. Now the inside's not all that hot. Let's see here. Although it's not too bad, let's see if I can get it up here and let you look in there. I think I'm going to try it with some 45 cases. But all in all, it's not bad. Looks like it works. Now, like I said, I had it real diluted based on what Highboy had said on the original video. I didn't need all that extra water. So basically put the brass in, put the stuff in, and just cover it. So you want the higher concentration of the lemon juice and soap. That might work on these primer pockets a little better, but that's totally acceptable for the way I've been reloading my stuff for pistol rounds from dry tumbling. So, and it's actually pretty easy. Now I got to let it dry and stuff, but no big deal. Just a bucket, colander, and don't use your wife's colander. Cmax tip. Don't even buy one from Walmart. Go to a Dollar Tree or one of these dollar stores and get you some, or go to a garage sale. People are selling these things for $1 or whatever, but don't use your wife's. She will get upset, and just no need to. There's plenty of cheap colander options for you out there. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to run a test 2, and we're going to use 45s because that'll be bigger and be able to see inside it better, and I'll do the correct concentration. All right, we'll get that going. Okay, we're going to do part 2, and what I've got is some 45 ACP. You can see they're dirty, the range brass, just been demudded. Small and large primer. Now, I did not deprime all of them, just enough for the test here. So we're going to do the same thing on the test. However, I'm not going to fill the thing up with water. I'm just going to cover it so the concentration of lemon juice and Dawn is stronger. So we're just going to do a squirt in there. And lemon juice. Now this one, I'm going to go a little stronger than I probably would have. There again, it's a test. Then for the hot water, I'm doing the coffee pot heating thing again. But this time, instead of dumping the whole pot in there, I'm basically just going to cover them up, just so they're totally covered. And that looks like that's it. So the reason I wanted to use the 45 is, let's get a better look inside it. Bigger diameter, it films easier. So here we go again, 24 hours. Wet tumbling without a tumbler. We'll see how this does. We'll be back. Okay, well, we're ready to check and see how our second batch of the Redneck Wet Tumbling Without a Tumbler did. Now, this was a much higher concentrate than the first batch we did, so let's see how this one does. Okay, well, the water you see in there, put some light on, is much dirtier. Actually, a little bit blue from the soap, so I got more soap and more. And much more citrus concentrate. Just found some of the primer pockets gone. Well, the primer pockets are still kind of yucky. But I mean, they're nice and clean. And it works every bit as good as the dry tumbling as far as cleaning the outside of the case. You really don't care about the inside. And I mean, I've never cleaned the primer pockets anyway. So I'll have to give High Boy right on. What he said was absolutely correct. It works fine. So if you don't want to do the dry tumbling, this is a great alternative method. I went to the dollar store and got the lemon juice, a big old bottle, and Dawn soap, a little bit goes a long way, so that's not really that expensive. So it's probably the same cost as dry tumbling, and when you consider you don't have to buy the tumbler, this is a great way to start for low cost. So until I can get a wet tumbler, I think I'm just going to start doing this stuff this way. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. Please like and subscribe. Y'all know the rules. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to fire. Always know where your muzzle's pointed. Every gun is always loaded. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.